Expecting motivation to turn up out of thin air without taking any kind of action is like expecting to win the lottery without buying a ticket. Any man that has given up on the idea of having an excellent life and an excellent body and having his dream partner and finding love and creating autonomy and just having the most incredible life and experience that you could have on earth, any man that's given up on that, which is 90% of men, is a loser. And I'm not calling you a loser because of the car that you drive, the money you've got in the bank account, even the body. Any tangible thing that you have in your life, I'm not saying you're a loser because of that. Whatever your mind jumped to there, whatever insecurities are probably going through your head on a day-to-day basis, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about your mind. I'm talking about how you're looking at your life. Because you have full control over your actions. You have full control over what you do with your time and the things that you choose to avoid. And it's in that recipe of things, in that concoction of things that you decide to do and you decide not to do, that creates the experience that you currently have. The first sign that a man has given up on an excellent life is his body. It's the first sign. When I see a man that's let his body go, I just know where he's at. I know how he looks at his own life and how he looks at the world. I know how small he's dreaming, how small he's thinking in his head. No man with a high amount of self-respect and self-worth and confidence allows his body to go. You can't have an excellent life if you yourself aren't excellent. You will only ever achieve to the level of your personal standards. If your personal standards are so bad that you are fat, out of shape, inactive, and you can't drag yourself to the gym 3 times a week, don't expect anything great from life. Now, can you still have a good life? Is your life absolutely fucking terrible right now? Probably not. And I actually hope it isn't. I don't want to come across as this guy that's just like one of those YouTubers that's like, your life fucking sucks and it's shit and you're a fucking loser. I called you a loser a second ago because of your mind. I didn't call you a loser because of anything else. You know, I don't want to be one of those self-improvement guys that says it in that way, because I don't mean it in that way. Are elements of your life right now good? Have you got a girlfriend that you're probably in love with? Some of you will do. Have you got a job that's putting money in your bank account and putting food on the table? Yes. Do you live in a decent area, in a decent house? Yes. Have you got friends? Yes. But these are all just this is the trap. This is the trap. It's okay. Could it be better? Yeah, it could be fucking miles better. But most guys take their foot off the gas and they end up drifting, and they just accept being comfortable. And so the dreams that you once had that were really pulling you along in life, that actually made your life exciting, that made you want to go and achieve, you just let them go. You have no reason to change right now. Things are okay. You found comfort in the pain, and you know that sounds like a positive when you just say the sentence, you found comfort in the pain, but it's not. That's a huge negative, because the pain that you feel now of looking in the mirror, not liking that guy, looking at your bank account, not liking that, not liking the restriction and the constraints that are just, you know, in all areas of your life, time mainly for a lot of people working the corporate life 9 to 5. You found comfort in that, and that's just to make the present moment somewhat manageable. The problem with that, though, is all of the pain is coming later down the line. If you continue on the trajectory that you're on right now, the pain, the real pain, what you're feeling right now is minor discomfort. And it's not enough to cause you to act, which is why you're watching this video. The real pain that you aren't anticipating right now, you're blind to it, voluntarily blind, because of all of the distraction in your life and the way that you're kind of masking this pain. That's soul destroying pain. That's you getting to 40 years old, having missed the boat and now being left with this whole fucking mess. The inner turmoil. You know, this is what I'm talking about, guys. You can't measure a man by the money he's got or the material that he's got, and I'm not suggesting that, but what I'm saying is, even though that is part of what we desire anyway, it's more so what's going on inside. Because right now there is a little bit of you, like there was a little bit of me, that's looking at himself in the mirror and he's going, this isn't good enough. This isn't who I'm fucking destined to be. And then you surround yourself with comfort and you allow other people and their weak minds to justify it. And you say, well, everybody else is just like this, you know. This is normal. This is realistic. You've got to fuck all of that off completely. What's the point in living if you're not striving for the best life that you could possibly have? This is a question that I asked myself on a very dark, both literally and metaphorically, night in Newcastle, UK, in December of 2020. When I was at university, my final year, I was graduating. Was it 20? Yeah, 2020. And I sat out the back door and I was looking at, like, I'd say balcony. It wasn't a fucking balcony. It was a shitty little student house. And I was looking out onto, like, the back terraces, the other houses. Everyone in my uni house was away for the weekend or they'd gone home or something, so I was on my own. Now this time, I'm in a pretty dark place mentally. And I had been for quite a while, and I remember looking up at the sky and genuinely asking that question, what's the point in all this? I had felt so shit for so long that I was just genuinely questioning the meaning of life, really. What is the point in existing? What's the point in me being alive? Now, I know that sounds like a very dark question to ask when you're feeling pretty low. And I guess it is. But even though I was feeling terrible at this point in my life, I wasn't even thinking in that way. I was thinking literally, like, why are we here when I can't bear who I am? You know, how have I got to this point? How do I get away from here? And how do I move closer towards the person I want to be and the life that I want? And you just got to wake up. At some point, you have to wake up and you have to go, nobody's going to come and fix this. Nobody's going to come and do the work for me. Nobody's going to drag me out of bed. Nobody's going to get me to the gym. Nobody's going to stop me logging on Pornhub. Nobody's going to stop me drinking at the weekend. Nobody's going to stop me sniffing cocaine. Nobody's going to stop me fucking wasting my life. Nobody's going to put their life on hold to come and sort me out. I am an adult. I am in control of my life. I wasn't at the time, but this is what I was telling myself, right? I am in control. I'm in the driver's seat. I need to get out of the passenger side. I need to grab the fucking wheel, and I need to steer my life in the direction that I actually fucking want it to go in. What do I want? Because it certainly isn't fucking this. I hated that period of my life. I really fucking did. And as I got out of that kind of 3-year dip, and as I started to come back up into a bit more of a optimistic and positive outlook on my own life, I realized that I was actually blessed to be pulled so low, because just like with a rubber band, right? I was pulled so low that band had so much tension that it just forced me to fucking elevate. The problem most people have, and most likely you watching this video right now, is that band hasn't had enough tension yet. You haven't had enough pain. In that instance, you have to create it, because that pain is coming. Mark my words, the pain of the trajectory that you're on is fucking coming. But if it comes when you're at a later point in life and you've got too many responsibilities and you're tied down with multiple mortgages and kids and bills and all this stuff, and you know, you're so strapped for time, you haven't even got the free time to do what you want, you've missed the boat, and that pain isn't going to be able to go anywhere. Then what people do is they turn to drink, or they turn to drugs, or they turn to just fucking comfort, junk food. And that's where you see people like in their middle age, like 35, 40 onwards, they really let themselves go. And it's like, fuck, they just look fucking terrible, right? And you can imagine what their inner world's like in that position. It's no different to what's going to happen to you if you're in this situation right now. You're in the grey area, you're in the middle zone. There's not enough tension on that band yet. And you need to go and create that pain. You have to. There's no. I would love to sit here and just give you a fucking simple answer and say, oh, you're not motivated. Well, here's the 3-step process to get motivated. The reality is, guys, you got to fucking wake up. You got to be a man. You got to look at your life and say, right, what am I running from right now? What am I unhappy with? What am I burying? What pain have I swept under the carpet that I should be using as rocket fuel to elevate me into the man that I want to become and the life that I want? The first thing you do, guys, is you get in fucking shape. The first thing you do. You know, I said it earlier, you will never have an excellent life if you yourself are not excellent. It's no more complicated than that. You have to go and get everything you fucking want in this life. You have to get the money, you have to get the girl, you have to get the freedom, you have to create the generational wealth. You have to just fucking go and experience the world for what it is, because you are here once. You have to go and travel to all of these places. You have to stay in the best hotels. You have to drive the best cars. You have to find true love. You have to raise a family in a fucking massive mansion with the dogs and, you know, whatever fucking floats your boat. You have to go and do that. You have to stop playing small. You have to stop being fucking average and accepting mediocre. And you have to stop letting everybody else with this weak bitch-ass mindset infiltrate your mind, because they ain't fucking helping you. The goal needs glamorizing. Forget realistic. Forget achievable. If you're in a rut and demotivated right now and you're carrying body fat and you've got some jiggly little man tits and you can't see your fucking abs, you've got double chin, and you feel guilt and shame when you look in the mirror, if I asked you to set a goal, you ain't going to set anything that's remotely fucking exciting. And then you fail from the get-go. So you have to detach from how you currently think, this loser's paradigm. You have to install the paradigm in the mind of a winner. You have to start thinking, right, Jeff Bezos, look at what he's built now. Look at Amazon. That never existed before he built it. He had to be so delusional in his mind that that could even be a thing and be successful. He had no one to model that off, right? He had to just go into his mind and say, what do I fucking want? When we look at you, if we just forget the life side, if we just look at the physique and the man that you know you need to be, you've got millions of examples of people that have done that. It's so realistic. And you've got millions of examples of the life as well. So you really do have to detach from this idea that, oh, I've got to set these realistic goals, these SMART goals, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time-bound. No, that stupid shit they teach you in school. Fuck all that off. Set a goal based purely on your excitement towards it, because you're the one who has to go and do the work. And it ain't coming next week. It ain't coming next month. It ain't coming in the next 5 years. You need to start thinking in decades. In order for you to sustain it for that long and really go after it, it has to be so exciting that you can't fucking sleep thinking about, you know, the future. That's how exciting it has to be. Then you've got to exaggerate the pain that you're currently feeling right now. Right? I want you to think about 6 months, 12 months, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. If none of this changes and you continue to drift, how are you going to feel? Don't leave this at fucking, yeah, I'm going to feel shit. No. How are you going to feel? How are you going to feel? How are you going to feel if you're the guy that everybody's speaking about, saying, oh, mate, he had so much potential. What happened to that guy? He's really let himself go, hasn't he? He was so smart. He was so talented. Everybody liked him. I thought he was going to be something big. Where is he now? Can't believe what's happened to him. How are you going to feel then? How are you going to feel when the ex that broke your heart looks back and looks at you and thinks, fucking hell, why did I ever give that guy a chance? Thank God I got rid of him. How's that going to feel? This is the stuff that's just sitting there. It's all hypothetical. Right? It's not real, but you can make that real. You can make that tangible, and you can use that pain to propel you forward. Whatever limits are staring back at you in the mirror right now, the body that you're looking at, and guys, you know what I'm fucking talking about. You know what I'm talking about. It's something instinctual inside of us men. There's something inside us that needs exercising. I'm not talking about training there. I'm talking exercising in terms of you need to be thinking about this. You need to be constantly trying to pull it out of you. Who could I be? This isn't him. This is not him. Why can't I do what this guy's done? Why not? That's where that loser's paradigm is going to creep back in. Well, because I don't have the genetics. I don't have the time. I don't have this. No, you guys, you got to ditch all of that shit, because that's giving the power to something else. When you say that, when you come up with all of this bullshit, guys, I've been there. Right? Don't sit there on this video right now watching this being all resistant saying, no, I don't do that. You fucking do. You do. Do you know why? Because some days for me, it even creeps back in now. I've achieved a level of self-mastery that very few people on the planet ever have achieved. And I say that because I've actually looked at the stats, like people that have run 100-mile races, people that have done the certain physical achievements that I've done. It's like 0.0001%. Now, I'm not suggesting I'm better than that many people in the world, but I'm saying in terms of our human ability to master the mind and direct our thought energy, and to push all of the negative to that side and bring up all the positive, and just guide our mind in wherever direction we want it to go. I've done it to an extreme level that not many people have. And even for me, at being at that level, right, it creeps in for me. I hear excuses from myself. So for you to sit there watching this video and to try and tell me, when you're sat there out of shape and you can't even get to the fucking gym, you can't even stick to it for a few months, and you're going to try and tell me you haven't got a victim mindset, it's just false. It's absolutely false. You have to get in the right circle of people. You have to get around the kind of energy that doesn't allow you to slip. You have to get around people that are talking in the way I'm talking now every single fucking day. And if you come to them and you say, mate, I'm feeling a bit shit today, I can't really be arsed, they're going to bring you up. They're not going to tell you, yeah, just have a fucking rest day, mate. Just go to the pub, have a beer. You need some downtime. You got to get away from those kind of guys. Now, you'll hear a lot of people saying you have to completely get rid of people like that. And people at the very top, you do have to do that. But the reality is you don't need to do that for where you're at right now. You just have to shift the ratio of time that you spend with those kind of people from your old life and start to add in new people that are this kind of guy, that think this way. That ratio has to shift because you're the product of the 5 people you spend the most time around. So you're going to fail without that. So you got to invest, guys. You got to go and get a mentor. You got to go and get a coach. Go and get in a community. And obviously, that's what my channel is. I sell fitness coaching. It's no secret. I say it in every video. It's in all the links in the descriptions. But guys, I'm not even telling you, I'm not even hard selling you into my program here. I will welcome everybody with open arms, providing you the right fit, right? But this is not what this video is about. If you've been following another coach or a mentor or a mindset guy on Instagram or wherever you consume content, and there's something that he says that resonates with you, or you see a community that you would love to be a part of, guys, I'm telling you right now, go and fucking invest in that now, today. Don't waste any more time with this. The pain you feel now is nothing compared to what is coming. And that is a fact. Motivation isn't going to turn up. You have to create it. You have to become disciplined first of all. So it doesn't matter if motivation turns up or not. But then you've got to create your own motivation, which you can do. I know where you guys are probably at mentally right now. And there's a couple of different stages. Some of you will be really fucking dealing with this at the front of mind. Some of you will have really woken. Some of you are really aware. Let's go with aware. Some of you are really aware of what I'm talking about right now. Some of you are just waking up. And the ones that are just waking up, let me explain something to you right now. Now that you've started to wake up, you won't stop, okay? This isn't going to stop. You're going to continually think about this, but it's you who governs how long this goes on for now. Now, it's not guaranteed that you will ever do something about it. You've got to choose to do something. Not choosing is also a choice. But you're the one who prolongs or quickens this, period, what happens from now on. The place you're in right now is full of discomfort and pain. What is coming if you do nothing about it is a million times worse. That can't really be explained, and I don't want anyone to go through that. So you got to get to work, boys. And that is all I want to get across in this video. Stop being the passenger, right? Go and drive your life. Go and take it in the direction you actually fucking want it to go. Go and sort your body out first. Go and get in great shape. And fucking get after it. You will never have an excellent life until you yourself are excellent.